Welcome to Cheap Joe's Art Stuff. My name is Julie and I'm here to impart some knowledge to you today via a 2-minute art tip. And today's tip, we're going to talk about products that are shiny, because I like shiny. And there are some that are good, and then there are some that are just plainly better. And so for those of you that incorporate metallics and stuff into your work, I'm going to give you a rundown of my absolute favorites that work amazingly well. Let's start off with the American Journey Iridescent Medium. This one is very, very inexpensive. It is wonderful, and the cool part about it is that this is compatible with all kinds of different water media. So whether it's watercolor, gouache, or whatever, this can be mixed with paint and then applied to the surface, or it can be applied to the top of an existing color that's already dried. And it's very economical. It goes a very, very long way, and it is wonderful. We've done a longer form video about that so you can see it in use. That is also on the channel, so check it out. If you've been watching for a while, you know that I am a Fine-Tec Pearlescent watercolor fiend. I use these a lot. They are wonderful, and they come in, as you can see, a wide variety of colors. These are excellent because they pack so much of a punch. These are not subtle. Yes, you can mix them with existing watercolor that aren't metallic, and I do that all the time to kind of lessen that kind of like in your face. But when you're really looking for a punch of like a bright focal point, or directional movement throughout something, and you want to do that with a metallic, this is definitely the way to go, because it doesn't take very much and they go a very, very long way, and they are fantastic. So check those out. Fine-Tec, you can't live without it. Once you try it, you're just going to be hooked. And then Dan Smith Primatek watercolors, they're a specific subsection within the Daniel Smith watercolor line. Those are specially engineered watercolors that are made from many times like semi-precious stones, gemstones and stuff, so they're gorgeous. Now, what I will say about them is that they come in a very, very wide range of colors. Not your typical colors. So you're not going to find like a cerulean that's just metallic. These are very, very specific and individual and unique. The way I use them is they don't function kind of like Fine-Tec. These are more subtle. These are something that's kind of like lingering in the background, or you do a light wash of one of these colors over something else. Or, like there's a couple of like Amazonite, like, it's just so pretty, and it mixes, and like no matter what you put it next to, it looks amazing. So there's just like so many different ways that I use those colors. And you really just kind of have to dig in and check them out and play with them and see what you might like to use them for. Now, I will tell you that they're not inexpensive. Now at Cheap Joe's, we make them as affordable as possible, but you're not going to want to race out and probably buy 25 tubes of the stuff. But that's why Dan Smith has those really great dot cards. There's definitely enough to try out the color and get a feel for it without like committing to a whole tube and stuff like that. But you will definitely fall in love with a handful of them, and then you're gonna want to go ahead and do that. So Dan Smith Primatek watercolors, absolutely gorgeous, absolutely just amazing. Got to try them out. And then in the acrylic realm, I will tell you that one of my longtime favorites is Joe's Prime. And this one in particular, the bronze, I love. This mixes with so many cool things. Yes, it's a metallic, but it's also a neutral. I use this a lot for underpainting, just to establish, like, block in my values and kind of get a feel for where things are going. And then the fact that it just has this warm, like glowing shimmer underneath stuff. If you leave like little pieces of it peeking through, it's just gorgeous. I'll show you like a little bit about how this color looks. We'll put a dab on here so you can get a feel. So you can see that it's kind of like a soft toothpastey kind of consistency. And then we got our palette knife, so you can see it's kind of a neutral, and I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite colors. Can't do without it. And then I wanted to mention it to you, Sennelier Abstract Innovative Acrylics. These are really interesting because they are also in a kind of soft body format, and it comes in these cute little baggies. And so you can use them. This is like a pearl white, which I do use a lot. I like the pearl white. It doesn't pack much of a tinting strength punch, but it has that like magical kind of pearly, and the Sennelier holds a nice peak. So if you are into like impasto and you want to keep the ridges and the texture and stuff like that in your brush marks, this is a really, really inexpensive way to go. The colors are really intense, and I super love the metallics. Like, they're gorgeous, and I just can't, they're really, really great. Then last on our list, and dear to my heart, this is Jacquard Lumiere. I use this a bunch, and it's interesting because people kind of underestimate it. This is a light body acrylic, but it is masterfully powerful color. It has a lot of coverage and a lot of control. It is supercharged with pigment and goes a very, very long way. Now, granted, this one is engineered kind of to be a fabric paint because it has a special binder in there that also has, like a fabric medium in it. However, it is so wonderful, and I have seen a lot of other artists use it on toned paper or as highlights on other paintings and stuff like that. And it's because it's so powerful and so intense. So check them out. All of these wonderful products available right here at Cheap Joe's. If you're into some shiny, don't be afraid. Do a deep dive and check out these products now. And we know that you will enjoy.